Now our chief guest will perform Jhanda Pujan and hoist the flag, followed by national anthem and Jhanda Geet.
थांबा गडबड ना
रोटेट केलं नाही ते रोटेट यायला लागले
हां बोला हो
Flag Puja from our chief guest. Flag hoisting by our chief guest.
Great extra from the guest.
Now I request our head boy to please take permission from our honorable chief guest for march past.
Break Southern! Samine, 11! जय श्रीमान मार्च पास के लिए अनुरोध करता हूं श्रीमान जय
Permission for march past has been given. All the school seniors performing in march past, led by our head boy, Gaurav Kakade.
ब्रेक दिन में तेरे लगा तेरे मन ब्रेक दिन में मत से तेरे
I request our chief guest to please take a seat. Welcome to Nyadev International School and Junior College. Today, we all Indians celebrate Republic Day. It's been a dramatic year and India has successfully emerged victorious. But there's yet another challenge. So, on this positive note, let's begin a celebration of freedom and victory over our challenges. I'm honored to introduce you to our chief guest today. Our chief guest today morning to grace this occasion of Republic Day in our school, Nyadev International School and Junior College, is our Vice President, Shri Kedar Patil sir. We extend a warm welcome to you, sir. As a token of respect, I request our director, Shri Dhananjay Patil sir, to felicitate you. Freedom in mind, faith in words, pride in our heart, memories in our soul. Let's salute the nation on Republic Day. On this day of 26 Jan, I put forth my respect to all the people who wrote the Constitution of India. Sir B.R. Ambedkar, Sir Narsingh Rao, Sir Surendranath Mukherjee, Durgabai Deshmukh ma'am, Begum Rasool ma'am, and 279 members of Constituent Assembly. We are really proud of their work because the Indian Constitution is the world's longest written and most respected constitution in the world. In today's program, we are going to highlight the importance of our constitution and the key principles on which our beloved nation puts faith in. Republic Day is an occasion to celebrate not just our patriotism but also to remind us of our duties and responsibilities, which our leaders perform to leave us with a framework that we can depend on. Here today we celebrate our good fortune to start with a great. I take this program further. I request my colleague and our head girl, Ms. Bhakti Patil, to come forward and express her views.
Constitution is not a mere lawyer's document. It is a vehicle of life and its spirit is always the spirit of age, says Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Good morning, Honorable Chief Guests, dignitaries, management, teachers and my dear friends. I am Bhakti Patil of Standard 10th. It's a matter of great privilege for me to deliver a speech on Republic Day. Republic Day or Ganatantra Divas is celebrated every year with great enthusiasm across the nation with a sense of patriotism and gratitude. Today is the day when India implemented its full constitution and became a republic to lead the world in process of establishing constitution. My colleague today will highlight the key principle of constitution and its relevance to us as citizens. But let me emphasize the fact that I am proud to celebrate the formation of this document, the constitution, which has stood test of time and culture and has proved its value time and again, being adopted in various forms in newer democracies around the world. There is immense pride in knowing that my country's constitution, formed in 1949, has been named in one of the most successful constitutional documents of its time. It amazes me to think of intellect members of drafting committee who had the foresight to give us rules which are even relevant today. Today is the day we salute this intelligence and foresight of our national leaders, the politicians, the scholars had. Today is the day we present our gratitude for them for leading the new formed nation of India in right direction by defining our constitution. So my friends, honorable dignitaries and audience who have joined us online, once again salute and thank our great leaders and be inspired by them and their great work for my nation to take my beloved India forward towards the epitome of success. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhakti. 26 Jan 1950, Republic Day. We accepted our constitution, a life-determining document for all the citizens of free democratic country. We are going to attempt to present its meaning and significance through a program. So, I now request Ms. Siddhi to read the preamble.
Good morning, everybody. Today I am going to read the preamble of India. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among all of us fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and the integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby enact and give ourselves this Constitution. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddhi. The preamble of the Constitution is a summary of the most important term mentioned in it. It is essential that as responsible citizens of India, we understand its relevance to us. Its importance in our life cannot be embraced enough. So I would like to call Anand Thorar to explain us why preamble is important.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I am going to tell the importance of preamble. Preamble plays a very important role in shaping the destiny of the country. The preamble gives a brief idea to the makers of constitution, so that Constituent Assembly makes plans and formulates the constitution. It gives a structure on which constitution stands like. When the constitution for whole Indian Report was drafted, the people resolved India by making it sovereign, socialist, democratic and a republic country. Each and every word of preamble makes a sense when you read it out. And this is how the importance of preamble in Indian constitution is still up to date. It is a clear picture that shows how India is regular with the stand on citizen. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. The terms mentioned in preamble are used in the constitution. So, my colleague now would like to attempt to explain 7 terms mentioned in the preamble and its importance. So, the first term is sovereigns. Sovereigns means that the first term is sovereigns. Sovereignty means the independent authority of a state. And to explain this, I would like to call Shilin Jadhav.
Sovereign. In itself, the word sovereign means supreme power or ruler. It denotes the power to control or legislate. And in a true democracy, this power to legislate and exercise control over the people is awarded to the people through their representatives. Our constitution states sovereign as one of the key values. Therefore, it is mentioned in the preamble.
Thank you, Satish. The next term is socialist. Socialist means that the achievement of socialism ends through a democratic means. So to elaborate this, I would like to call Srishti.
Socialist As you know, the Constitution was drafted and signed on 24th January 1950, but the term socialist was added to it later in its 42nd Amendment in 1976. The term denotes democratic socialism, which basically means wealth should be shared equally by society by using democratic measures. That is to say, government should make sure wealth is not concentrated in the hands of few, and it should regulate the ownership of land and industry to reduce social and economic inequalities among people. Thank you.
Thank you, Srishti. The next term is justice. In short, justice means there is no discrimination of anyone before the law. So, I call Isha Naki to explain this term.
Good morning, everyone. Justice. Justice stands for the rule of law, system of uniformity before law, stating and protecting laws of equal rights, freedom and opportunities for all in the society. Constitution states that justice should be sought in social, political and economic aspect of citizens' life. Social justice means no discrimination against any citizen, be it on the basis of caste, creed, color, religion, gender or place of birth. Economic justice states that no discrimination between a man or a woman on the basis of income, wealth or economic status. And political justice means equal, free and fair opportunity to all the people to participate in political process. This is what justice means in the Constitution of India. Thank you.
Thank you, Isha. Now my colleague Sai Patil will explain the term secular. In simple words, secular means that there is no discrimination between religion or caste. All humans are the same. So I would like to call Sai Patil.
Secular. In a country where even after so many years of cultural influence, religion and tradition form an integral and important part, the word secular has immense importance. The term incorporated in Constitution in 1976 emphasized that no religion is different. It might be Hinduism, Jainism, Islam or Buddhism or any other religion. The most important fact is that no religion has stated as state religion. All Indians have right to practice, propagate and profess any religion they desire. Secularism is the basic structure of Indian Constitution and means equality and freedom to all. Thank you.
So the next term is fraternity. And to explain this term, I would like to call Vaishnavi Shinde.
Good morning, everyone. Term fraternity refers to a feeling of brotherhood and a sense of belonging with the country among its people. Brotherhood is the term which by definition means friendship or support of people towards each other. This basic value of civilized progressive society is defined as one of the core values of our Constitution. Without fraternity, equality and liberty will have no more meaning than a coat of paint or pretense. Even B.R. Ambedkar explained the language of brotherhood in his language as a fraternity, but in Hindi language the Constitution used the word bandhuta. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. The next word is democratic. This term is based on our constitution. Our country is based on this term. So to explain this, I would like to call Shiza.
Good morning, everyone. Democratic. The term democratic indicates that the Constitution has established a form of government that gets its authority from the will of the people expressed in an election. The preamble resolves India to be a democratic country. That means the supreme power lies with the people. Today, India is a leading democracy that has also set an example for other new democracies to follow. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiza. After this presentation about the most important terms in our constitution, here's another interesting skit from the students of 9th standard. So to show some important principle on which our constitution is based, I would like to call the students of 9th standard. And I request our dignitaries to please be seated downside.
मॅडम आता 5 ते मुलांनी दाखवा. स्टाफला दाखवा. स्टाफ सगळा दाखवा. जवळ जाऊन दाखवा.
Good morning everyone. Today 9th standard is going to present a skit on constitutional principles.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मनः सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे।
सभी को प्रातःकालीन कक्षा 9 के छात्रों की ओर से सुना है तो समझा ही होगा कि हर युग में सुख शांति के लिए कोई ना कोई महापुरुष जन्म लेता ही है। सन 1851 में भीमराव अम्बेडकर जी का जन्म हुआ और उन्होंने हमारे सुख शांति के लिए यह संविधान बनाया। हमारे संविधान को बनने में 11 महीने 18 दिन लगे थे।
सुप्रभात। मैं संविधान मुझे डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर जी ने आप सबकी सुख और शांति के लिए बनाया। पर अफसोस आज़ादी के इतने वर्षों बाद अभी तक मुझे पूरी तरह से अपनाया नहीं गया है। अपनाया तो मुझे गया है, पर लोग मेरे नियमों का ठीक से पालन नहीं करते। मुझे टोकते हैं, मेरा मजाक उड़ाते हैं। क्या आपको यह पता है कि अगर मैं टूट गया, मेरी सांसें थम गई, तो आप सबका क्या होगा? इस देश की धरती पर हाहाकार मच जाएगा। इसलिए आप मुझे समझो, मुझे जानो और मेरे नियमों का अपने मन से पालन करो। और उससे होने वाले एक हाहाकार की झलक हम आपको दिखाने जा रहे हैं।
पापा, हमारे स्कूल की तरफ से ट्रिप जाने वाली है। हाँ, ट्रिप, वो भी दिल्ली को। मुझे भी जाना है।
तुम नहीं जा सकती।
तुम नहीं जा सकती।
क्यों पापा?
तुम एक लड़की हो और हम घर की लड़कियों को बाहर नहीं भेजते, इसलिए तुम ट्रिप को नहीं जा सकती।
क्या पापा?
हाय डैड, कैसे हो?
मैं ठीक हूँ। तुम्हारी पढ़ाई कैसी चल रही है?
हाँ चल रही है, ठीक चल रही है। डैड, मैं मेरे दोस्तों के साथ आगरा को ट्रिप पर जा रहा हूँ। मुझे 10,000 रुपये चाहिए।
बेटा 10,000 क्यों? 15,000 ले ले, तू तो मेरा लाडला बेटा है। ये ले और जा मस्ती कर।
थैंक यू डैड।
क्या पापा, वो लड़का है इसलिए आपने उसको पैसे दिए और मैं लड़की हूँ इसलिए मुझे कुछ नहीं? मुझे भी कोई अधिकार है?
बराबर है। मैं स्त्री और पुरुष दोनों को समान अधिकार देता हूँ और वह अधिकार हमसे कोई नहीं छीन सकता।
ये लो, ठीक से पॉलिश करो।
ठीक है साहब।
यहाँ पर हो गए साहब। ये लो।
अरे साहब, पैसे क्यों फेंक रहे हो?
ज्यादा जबान मत चला, अपने औकात में रहे।
गरीब हूँ तो क्या हुआ? क्या मुझे समानता का अधिकार नहीं?
हाँ हाँ, तुम सही हो भाई। हमारे समाज में सभी को समानता का अधिकार है, चाहे वह अमीर हो या गरीब। मेरे आंखों के सामने सब समान है।
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
गुड मॉर्निंग। क्या काम है?
सर मुझे एडमिशन चाहिए।
दिखाओ अपनी फाइल। अरे वाह, आपको तो बहुत अच्छे गुण आए। आप तो प्रथम आए हो। मगर आपको इस कॉलेज में एडमिशन नहीं मिल सकती।
लेकिन क्यों सर?
क्योंकि आप बड़े बड़े नेता और अधिकारियों के बच्चे पढ़ते हैं। तुम तो एक मजदूर की लड़की हो और निम्न जाति से हो।
पर सर, जाति का शिक्षा से क्या संबंध? और मजदूर की बेटी हूँ तो क्या हुआ? मुझे छात्रवृत्ति मिली है और सरकार की योजना से मुझे यहाँ पढ़ने का पूरा अधिकार है।
बराबर बेटी, मैं सभी को शिक्षा का पूरा अधिकार देता हूँ, चाहे वह अमीर हो या गरीब, या चाहे वह ऊंची जाति से हो या निम्न जाति से। हमारे समाज में सभी को शिक्षा का समान अधिकार है।
अरे कुलक्षणी, ये क्या लगा रखा है?
पर क्या हुआ माँ जी?
क्या हुआ? दहेज वेज तो कुछ नहीं, तो फिर नाटक किस लिए?
पर मैंने क्या किया है माँ जी?
क्या हुआ माँ? बेटा, मेरे बेटे से छुटकारा पा लेते हैं। पर कैसे? क्यों इसे हमेशा के लिए खत्म कर दे। ठीक है।
अरे ये क्या कर रहे? छोड़ो मुझे मत चलाओ। मुझे भी जीने का अधिकार है। छोड़ो।
अरे अरे, आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? घरेलू अत्याचार और शोषण के खिलाफ भी अधिकार है और यह लड़की आप दोनों के खिलाफ आवाज उठा सकती है और आप दोनों को इसलिए जेल भी हो सकती है, इसलिए इसे छोड़िए।
अरे रुको, तुमने सड़क के नियमों को तोड़ा है क्या? तुम देखकर गाड़ी नहीं चला सकते?
तो क्या हुआ? मैं नेता का बेटा हूँ।
नेता के बेटे हो तो क्या हुआ? नियम सबके लिए बराबर है। तुम्हें जुर्माना भरना ही पड़ेगा। तुम्हें तो ज्यादा जुर्माना भरना पड़ेगा क्योंकि तुम नेता के बेटे जो हो।
तुम सही हो भाई, नियम सबके लिए बराबर है, चाहे वह मंत्री का बेटा हो या संतनी का।
चलिए अब हम हमारे अधिकारों को जानते हैं। आज़ादी का अधिकार, समानता का अधिकार, संवैधानिक अधिकार,
घरेलू अत्याचार और शोषण के खिलाफ अधिकार, शिक्षा का अधिकार। मेरी आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि आप संविधान के प्रतिज्ञा के लिए अपने हाथ आगे करें।
हम भारत के लोग भारत को एक संपूर्ण प्रभुत्व संपन्न समाजवादी धर्मनिरपेक्ष लोकतंत्रात्मक गणराज्य बनाने के लिए तथा समस्त नागरिकों को सामाजिक, आर्थिक, राजनीतिक न्याय, विचार, अभिव्यक्ति, विश्वास, धर्म और उपासना की स्वतंत्रता, प्रतिष्ठा और अवसर की समता प्राप्त करने के लिए तथा उन सब में व्यक्ति की गरिमा, राष्ट्र की गरिमा, राष्ट्र की एकता और अखंडता सुनिश्चित करने वाली बंधुता को बढ़ाने के लिए दृढ़ संकल्प होकर अपनी इस संविधान को अधिकृत, अधिनियमित और आत्मसमर्पित करते हैं। जय हिंद। धन्यवाद।
The students of 9th standard aim at explaining the most important concepts of equality in Constitution through this step, and I think they have achieved this aim. So now I would like to call Samradni to thank you all that you stayed with us from start till the end. So I call Samradni for the vote of thanks.
Good morning everybody. On this auspicious occasion of Republic Day, I feel proud to have an opportunity to present a vote of thanks on behalf of school management and students of Gnatip International School and Junior College, Islamabad. I would like to thank our chief guest, Shri Kedar Patil sir, for giving his valuable time and consenting to be the chief guest. I convey my gratitude to all the dignitaries and principal ma'am to give their valuable time and guidance today. I consider a privilege to extend a vote of thanks. I am immensely thankful to all the teacher staff for their efforts and to bring together this ceremony. I also thank all the wonderful and appreciative parents and online audience for joining us to make this occasion memorable and happy. Last but not the least, I thank all the students for their enthusiasm with which they brought life to this program. I once again thank everyone for making this program a success. Thank you and Happy Republic Day.
Thank you, Samradni. I hope my colleagues and I have been able to highlight the importance of Constitution. And adequately, this day is not just a day we collaborate as a national holiday, but it is of the significance to us because it gave us our lives in this society a correct direction with gratitude towards our great leaders who made this possible. And respect to the Constitution of India, we end this program with thousands of salutes. Jai Hind.
Students are requested to stay in the classes. Thank you very much, sir.